listening to me. And I also want to wish everybody listening to me a very, very, very Merry Christmas. Yeah, it's a season of celebration. I know everybody's in the Christmas mood, joyous mood. So I'm going to be as brief as possible on this. And I'm hoping that as we go into the new year, we'll be able to fill gaps. We'll be able to fill gaps. You know, if you look around generally right now, there's so much cry. Everybody keep on saying that, apart from the fact that there's shortage of money everywhere, that has always been, stories everywhere that, money is never enough. But also we realize that resources, especially human resources, is in huge, short supply across the globe. And you're wondering, why would there be shortage of, human resources supply across the globe? I don't know, every sector you go to, if you go to the church, they say, we don't have pastor that can do this thing. If you go to, even in the secular, in the secular world, they're going to tell you, we're looking for people here. There seems to be vacancies everywhere, and then when we're talking about, vacancies, now, paradoxically, there are so many people that are without job, who are not engaged. And then there are so many vacancies that are not filled. And then there are people that are here that, things are not engaged. Church is saying they are looking for people. The industries are saying they are looking for people. Government is saying they are looking for people. Everybody's looking for people, right? And then when you look all over around, there are so many people who are jobless, not doing something. They are looking for, I've seen people, somebody sent me a message yesterday. It was a voice that said in the last 2 years, he has not been engaged. He's trying to get something to do. But in the last 2 years, there's been so much upsurge, increasing demand for human resources. So what happened? What about the gap? Why is it that people are looking for a job and they're not finding the jobs that are available? And then what comes to mind to me, in the last few months that I've been pondering over these anomalies and imbalance, so to speak, is the fact that many of us, I'm going to put myself in that shoe because I'm still hoping that I'm going to get to some places where I've not been to. Many of us are not qualified for the dream of our hearts. I don't even understand the meaning of that. You are not qualified for what you desire. It is not because somebody is trying to condemn you or put you down. But by the time who you are is matched with what you want, honestly, you automatically become disqualified. And like, the particular brand we always say, he said it is in you. And they said, they said it's in you. Now, you can only attract what is in you. So as much as we talk about this, vacancies, lacuna everywhere, but then there are no people, to fill in this gap. And many of us, as much as we have this in our heart, desires in our heart, things that we want to do, honestly, we have not built ourselves to a level where we can actually, we can accept what we are asking for. Just like Elijah told Elisha, he said, you don't know what you are asking for. That's what he was telling you. Elisha was like, can I have double portion of your anointing? I wish you know what you are asking for. And some of us, the kind of thing that we're asking for, if you know what it is, and we know what it desires, you will know that it's not demon that is doing you. Because generally, many of us, by the time we have tried to do some things are not working. Now we just generally want to believe that maybe there is one demon. Yes, I believe in the demons work. There are demons that are powers. But you know what? I'm also going to say that we need to get to a point where you don't cooperate with demonic work in your life by your attitude and by some things that we're going to be talking about that is making us become disqualified for the desire of our heart. Yes, we claim that part, said the desire of the righteous shall not be cut short. But I tell you what, there's so many righteous, their desire is just flying out of the window. Because you are not doing what you are supposed to do to make your desire come to pass. I know a lot of us we know the richest guy in the world, we know the richest man in the world, they say his name is Elon Musk. Now, in one of his interview, they were asking him, just, the guy is not even 60 years. I think he's 54, 53 right now. And he said, how come, and then what's shocking is I just wanted to look at the story that this guy is not even an American, you understand? His mother is from, his mother is from Canada, his father is from South Africa, and then not like he was born here, but right now he's the number one guy in the whole world. Now, I'm not even talking about his money. I am talking about his global presence. That how did he move from, primarily he's an African. How did he move from the back to the front? And he has almost everything you are using in the world. Elon Musk has something to do with it. Almost everything you're doing, that you like it or not, somehow. By the time you begin to look at the technology things he has invested in, the space thing, he's getting involved in space, he's getting involved in transportation, he's getting involved in fintech and all of that. Global presence. And they ask him, how did you get to this point? And he said one of the things he said when he was 10 years of age, he said he had finished reading encyclopedia. You know what is encyclopedia? Encyclopedia is one of the difficult book anybody can read in this world. At the age of 10, he finished reading the book Encyclopedia. And they were asking him, what motivated you? Why did you read? Because encyclopedia, you're talking about scientific things, about botanical name, all kind of things, what's happening in Germany, what's happening. Now, how does that concern you at the age of 10? He told himself he wants to conquer the world. And for him to conquer the world, he must understand the world that he wants to conquer. You don't get it? That thing that you want to do, I forget what I'm saying now. How much of understanding of it do you have? How? What exactly? What have you done? What is that thing? That has placed you strategically to become what you want to become. It's not just about school. Yes, you went. See, are there not this guy we're talking about? Did he not go to school? Were there people in his class? Doesn't he have at least he has classmates, he has classmates that he went to school, he went to primary school, he went to secondary school, he went to he has first degree, he has second degree, he has masters. And all of this process where he was he has colleagues at that point in time. And I can tell you for free that it will shock you that there are some of his colleagues that today they can barely feed themselves. But they were in the same class, so they're in the same class. But he said he did everything he did intentionally because he had a dream of becoming number one man in the world. And that's to tell you that dream comes to pass. So if you do what you're supposed to do, that is the only thing that can make the desire of your righteous not to become cut short. I began to think about it. Look at Jesus. I was wondering, look at Jesus. He did not show up anywhere, like technically, until he was 30 years of age. 30 years of age. And then within 30 and a half years, he has done everything he has done, and he has conquered the world. What did Jesus do? Because that is what I'm going to be focusing even more on this, in this series. I'll be looking at the what I call the capacity building strategy of how did Jesus Christ build himself to a point where in 3.5 years till date the world has not recovered from what he did in 3.5 years. If you look at I think look, he said at about 30, Jesus began his ministry. That's when he began to deliberately show up everywhere. But within 0 and 30 years, what was he doing with his life? What was he doing with his life? There are people of his age, there are people of his, people from his, people that they were born at the same time, people that they were on the same street, probably they live in the same house, maybe they even went to the same school, or they were. How come Jesus became outstanding within 3.5 years? Capacity building. Jesus became powerful. Yeah, we'll talk about, yes, he's God, but you know what? He was fully human. Bible says so. He was not only God, he was fully human. What did he do? What made him so outstanding within just short period? This does not bother you? Because I begin to wonder, how can somebody conquer? Some of us are here, may God not let us see something that will make us, like they say, Mama Kusori Moshe. Some of us have been trying to do something in the last 20 years, in the last 10 years, in the last 15 years, and nothing has happened. Looks like you're not getting anywhere. Have you thought about David? What did David do differently that made him qualify for the throne? Even when they look at everybody, they say, look, I've rejected them. But this is the guy. Capacity building. There's some goodness that will not come to you because you are disqualified for them. And it's not because it's demon that disqualifies you. You are the one that disqualifies yourself. You are the one that disqualified yourself. In fact, in summary, I'm going to say capacity building is you becoming qualified for the dream of your heart. You becoming qualified to handle things that you ever wanted to do. The truth is, see, I love that part of this, and I'll keep on quoting, the desire of the righteous shall not be cut off, or shall not be cut short. So, for your desire not to be cut short, what do you have to do? That is capacity building. Building capacity. Building your muscle. The Bible says, and Jesus grew. Let me go to the Bible. Bible says, and the child grew, in stature and in wisdom, and he found favor. So meaning that there's a growth that has to happen. The Bible talks about growth before favor. That, see, you can provoke favor, by your growth. The Bible says, and the child in Jesus, and he grew in stature and in wisdom, and he found. So that's the way to provoke favor. I say, why is my own life? Why am I not lucky? You can't be lucky because you're not even developing your muscle. Let me talk about the dream in your heart. Some of us are here that you have dreamt that you want to be captain of industry, you want to be this, you want to be that. Too many things are in your heart. But does it look like you are coming anywhere near them? Do you know that I have met somebody in recent times? Right now, as at last week or beginning last week, he has offer of 7 jobs. 7 jobs. These are not jobs of whatever. I'm talking about jobs that I don't want to tell you if you know what they want to pay. You'll be like, is it the only one in this world? Is it the only one in this world? And I tell you what, he's not doing any juju. He had only built his capacity to a point that he had become sought after. He had become sought after. I don't know if you have seen that place, Mark 131. Mark 137. I'm doing a lot of scriptures, today. Mark 137. The Bible says, and he said, and when they have found Jesus, they told him that everyone is looking for him. I don't know if you have seen that in your scriptures. I have been praying and said, Lord, let kings look for me. Let people be like, look, like, can we just get Femi on this thing? Can we just get Femi part of this? Can we just, yes, and you have to make a choice. I told somebody who has 7 international jobs. They are not jobs that anywhere, he's free to work anywhere he likes. So how come you can't have that job? You can't have that kind of job. How come? I still not bothered you. What do you have to do differently? 7 jobs. 7 good jobs. And I told about somebody who in the last 2 years not even found one. That many of us here, maybe some of you are listening who are pastors. Let me come to the pastors level now. We are jobless. So to speak, jobless. You don't even have, even those of us who are even jobless, there are some certain things that are not happening in our ministry. And today, I even want a lot of, because I am hoping that a lot of pastors are going to come around even for this, event, and we're going to talk. Because I have seen that by divine orchestration, pastors have been placed in such a way that a position of influence, where if they're able to build their capacity, they can easily change the world. Now, let me read something from, where's my phone? I want to read, I was writing something on, I don't know where I kept my, where is that phone? Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, no problem. I'll come back to that later anyway. But I was just talking about, it was a definition of capacity building in a very professional way. But we'll get back to that when we get to class in itself. Now, in the city where I live, I think I've shared this before somewhere, maybe at some of our meetings, where I know a pastor who in this city, in a place where we live right now, even though it's supposed to be a Christian community, where if you have 100 people in your church, honestly, you've really done so well. Honestly, you're doing well if you have 100 people in your church. But in this same city, I know somebody who has, on a one-on-one level, I know him personally, who has over 4,000 membership. Over 4,000. This one is not juju. And then in this same city, where this person has, the same city, where somebody has over 4,000 Africans attending his church. Some people are even struggling with 40 people. And they've been in ministry. Some of them have been here for even 10 years, 15 years. And this person come. And I spoke with this guy once. I said, what are you guys are doing? What are you doing in your church? And he told me some things. I said, this one, not real work. They are not playing here. And I realized even the church has think tank. The church has think tank. Who are thinking like business people. Who are thinking about what takes us forward. They are not playing. They are not doing bickering and gossiping. Who come with some people are really sitting down on this like this is real business and this is God's business, and they want to make. He said one of their goal. What Pastor told me, he said one of his goals is that businesses will come to his church and begin to take lesson on how they can expand their business. You don't get it? Like this is a spiritual setting. He said they are dreaming of a point where, you know, top entrepreneur will come to that church and they'll be like, how did they grow this church to this level? And they'll be taking notes. In a short period, in a very record time, over 4,000 membership with close to, I think the last time he said they're having 27 branches now. 27 branches. 27 branches. Just in this Texas. And they said now they are even expanding to Canada. And they are doing all kinds of things. Don't think it's a Awaru. If you think it's Awaru, you will just sit down there. Everything will just happen. Just be prepared. What is the desire? What are you dreaming about? What is the dream of your heart? What is that thing that you want to do? How do you get there? You need to build your muscle to be able to deliver on your life mandate. And we're going to be looking at the strategy to build this muscle to become sought after just like Jesus. I know a lot of pastors who goes to school to study mission and evangelism. But they don't have a church to minister or to preach. And then they say, go and start church, and then we adopt it. You can't even start church. Somebody will say, I don't have money. It's not about money. It's not about money. Honestly, with due respect, and I'm going to say this to anybody, money is the least of your problem. Money is the least of your problem. By the time you find your bearing, people will willingly give to support you. But honestly, you cannot attract that money because you are not even qualified to collect it. You are not qualified for it. And that's why you need to understand, what does it mean to build my muscle, to carry my weight? What does it take to build your muscle to carry your weight? What does it take to build your muscle to carry your weight? What does it take to build your muscle to become sought after? I got so much to talk about. This is just an introductory part of what we're doing. But I'll tell you two things you need to do while we are preparing for this class. And I want you to try as much as possible. Talk to your friends, get your friends. This class only admit 24 people. 24 people. After 24 people, we are closing down. We are shutting down. I don't want to do and that's what we're going to do for the rest of the year. So if you really want to be part of this, because it's going to be, it's going to be practical. It's going to be involving. I'm going to give you an assignment that thing you want to do. I want to see people achieve what they want to do by the end of the year. And even if you don't achieve it, you are standing beside. I'm almost going to start it. I'm almost going to get there. Are you getting me now? So it's not going to be no. Once you're 24, we're good. And we're going to run that for the year. There's a way we share the lessons over the year. And I want you to be there. Now, two things I want you to consider. We're going to be looking at that strategy that Jesus Christ, actually used. And I want you to understand something else before I actually talk about that when it comes to delivering on your mandate and then getting, becoming fortified, to become qualified for the dream of your heart. It involves a lot of things. It involves your attitude, it involves networking, it involves relationship, it involves personal discipline, it involves so many things. And you want to see how to practically begin to use this thing to build your muscle. Before this class, last night, I sent a text to somebody. What was the text? I said, look, at the rate, with the way you are going about with your attitude, you are not likely to amount to anything. I just realized that this person has been talking about, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do so many dreams. But I realized that this person has got this person can't even go from here to there. I wasn't cursing the person, but I just have to be very frank with the person. Look, at the rate at which you are going with your attitude, and I'm not too sure if you're going to amount to anything in life. It's not a curse. I'm just being very, very blunt. Because if I really want you to get there, honestly, the best of my friends are people that we are very blunt with each other. And I just say, look, the rate at which you are going, I doubt if you are going to. I just use the word attitude. The rate at which the way your attitude is not likely you are going to amount to anything. Very terrible attitude. Everything sucks. But you have so much dream, and then your attitude is in variance with your vision. Your attitude is in variance with your destination in life, because a lot of things goes into muscle building. There are times that because of where you are, because you want to build your muscle, there are times you don't fight. There are times you don't fight, because sometimes fight does not build your muscle. It takes away your strength. Some people don't understand. Because you think you can do this one you can talk to this one you can show them pepper. You can. I tell you what, it takes away your strength. It takes away, your positioning for where you're going in life. And that will tell me that will lead me to the first thing, about how Jesus Christ was able to build his muscle, his capacity for his life mission. The number one thing I realized about Jesus Christ is this: Jesus Christ understood his purpose. He understood his purpose, and because he understood his purpose, it made him to streamline his effort. Yeah, that's good. That's what I was looking for. It made him to streamline his effort. It made him to streamline his effort, to know what to do, to know, to begin to carve out. Now, listen to this. There are times you go to school, not necessarily to explore your purpose. Many a times going to school is just to give you intellectual capability, not necessarily because it is directly connected to your purpose. So it's good to go to school. It just gives you like a plain paper. That's the word. Now when you go to school, school give you like a plain sheet, a plain paper where you can write anything on. So it doesn't really give you, that access to life as it is. But you have opportunity to write better, to say this is the way I want my life to be. Your thinking become expanded and all of that. And if I could, I would just say, what you got in engineering? Because by the time you think about things that you are doing in engineering, you're like, your brain will open up. Honestly, if your brain does not open up to your purpose, honestly, you're going to be a stupid person in life. And that is one of the things you have to understand. Strategy. That's where strategy begins from. Understanding your purpose is going to make you begin to know how to carve out your life curriculum. It's not about the school curriculum. Some school, in fact, 99% of our school curriculum does not have anything to do with our life curriculum. Doesn't have anything to do with it. Does not have anything. But it's good that you know. It's good that It's good that you're exposed in knowledge. But you know what? You got to let that knowledge introduce you or give you a better perspective, a better understanding of why am I here. By the time you realize where you are here, now you realize that even though you have studied Yoruba in school, honestly, there's a better path for your life which you are going to cover even after you are graduated from school. The second thing I'm going to say as a wrap up is this. It's not the second, but it's part of the things we are going to be treating, and that is what I call fractional distillation. Jesus Christ understands what I call fractional distillation, and that is the process that is used to separate mixture. The process used to separate mixture, like to build capacity. You must get to a point in your life where you're able to identify mixtures. When you identify mixtures in your life, it makes you take away what is necessary and what is not necessary. You understand what I'm saying now? There are times that everybody might be doing certain things, or because of the discipline of your purpose, you don't do it. I want to explain a lot to us on this fractional distillation, being able to separate mixture, because our life right now, so many things are mixed up in your life, so many things that are not necessary, so many things that are not, you will know what to concentrate your energy on. I've seen some people complain. You know, I have a friend, my very good friend, you know, and I know that, I'm sorry to use the word, he's not likely to get anywhere in life, because all his life, all he wants to do is to watch TV, all he wants to do is just to chat, and then you know what he does every day? He's praying for miracle every day. Say, when we go, give me my miracle. When we go, do great things in my, and when he prays, you'll be like, is God there? God is not there, but there's no substance in his life. I know it, there's no substance. It's not, if you, okay, I say, can you take some? I say, no, he said, at this age now, he said, cannot even carry anything. Can you get satisfied? No, but you are wishing for a miracle. Anyway, a miracle happens, so, but honestly, if that is the way you want to run your life, you're just living your life to chances, honestly. You're only living your life to chances. And I wrote something in a couple of days ago. I was asking of Kusira. People will say, what will be, will be. But honestly, it is lazy people who say that all the time. You can take charge. Yeah, but you need to cooperate with the right thing that should be in your life. See, by building your muscle, by that wisdom of fractional distillation, knowing what to take out. This one should not be there. This one should not be there. But anyway, we're going to meet in class, because this is just to, give us an introduction to what we're going to be doing. So, next, as we move into 2025, the theme of our next class is actually called the switch. The switch is what you use to put on the light. So we're going to be talking about the switch, and then one of the topic we are dealing with in one of the classes is this capacity building. How to build so that your light can shine. Many of us are living in darkness for too long. You're living in darkness in your marriage, you're living in darkness in your career, you are living in darkness in your ministry, you're living in darkness, and it looks like you are going nowhere. But you know what? We will be putting on the switch. And when we put on the switch, we want to know what to do when the light comes around. What do you do with your light? What do you do with opportunities? What do you do with, grace, potential, people, relationship, around you? What do you do with your money? What do you do with your money? And of us are doing, I don't know. See, things that would have taken you to where you are going. Even the little money you think you don't have money. You have a lot of money. You don't know. The little money what have you done with it? Because over time, it's going to show. So let me rest my case here, and then I hope to see us in class. Remember, we've got space for only 24 people. And you know what? Pick up your form of, just sign in as quickly as you can. If you cannot give me a call, get in touch with Babade Moshu, and he's going to tell you how to just get on board on this class.